let's bring in one of the greatest drummers of all time, Roger Earl from FOGHAT, and Tom Mix, who wrote this song. He was the winner of the contest the FOGHAT had for Do That New Song for Us, Dude. And Tom did it. Tom, welcome to Fire and Ice. Roger, welcome to Fire and Ice.
How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing well. Welcome back, Roger, I should say, even more precisely. You had so much fun the last time you decided to come back. You guys come to us through Chip Ruggieri, who is the greatest PR guy of all time, and I mean that very sincerely because he is. Okay, somebody can say something.
Hello.
Hello, buddy. How are you, Roger?
I'm doing fine. I'm out here in Reno, Nevada. We did 2 shows here last night, and I am recovering today.
Because we played too long last night, correct?
Yeah, we had too much fun. We did 2 shows last night, one after the other. Wow. And, of course, as all decent rock and rollers, we didn't get much sleep the night before. We were in Calgary, Canada, and that was a late show. We played for 2 hours that night. So, hey, I love my job. How you doing, Tom?
Doing great, Roger. Doing great, thanks.
Good.
Tom, tell us a little bit about the notion behind the song.
Well, it originated, we had an instrumental called 495 Boogie, and a good friend of ours, a DJ down in Mobile, Alabama, Charlie Ocean, actually wrote some lyrics for it, rather risque. It's called Big American Blonde. They were talking about her, well, you get the drift, right? And it seemed like a good idea. Unfortunately, Charlie passed away 2 years ago. So the idea was sort of set for us, and we had a competition, and Tom entered it, and he was one of the winners.
Tom, how long did it take you to come up with the song? How long did it take you to write this?
I think I worked on it, well, I hate to say it, but probably about the basic lines, probably about 45 minutes. I went with, it was Boogie 495, and then it was off the album Last Train Home, so it just kind of made sense to me, Boogie Train, and I was just in one of those writing moods, and there it is. So I was happy with it, and I think they were.
Yeah, they were very happy with it, and I'm detecting a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas. Oh, perfect. Okay. Does anyone there?
I'm not from Arkansas. But I would love to go there. They got some really good fishing down there.
Tom, does anyone in your state refer to it as Arkansas?
No, in fact, there's an old law still on the books that it's against the law in Arkansas to mispronunciate the state.
Okay, so the guy that I was talking to was full of it because he said it's Arkansas. Like no. Okay,
yeah,
so
must be a foreigner.
You can be shot to death for saying that. I love that little Southern justice. So, Tom, you also helped our country out, also, correct?
Well, I've done 2 tours in Iraq and one in Afghanistan, and I hope it helps.
God bless you, and I think that you guys don't get enough appreciation, and I will tell you what I tell everybody that I talk to, is it is to me absolutely disgusting that we have to have something called Wounded Warrior Foundation, because our United States government, upon you coming back from having served, should give you a medical card that allows you to go to any hospital that you want to and be treated for as long as you need without any worry about it, instead of going to the VA or worrying about what's covered and what isn't. I think it's disgusting.
Amen to that, Scott. You're right on with that one.
Yeah, I think it's disgusting, and I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. If you do not appreciate the men and women in uniform and the job that they do and the risks that they put themselves in. I had some idiot tell me one day, "Well, they get paid for that." I swear to God, how I'm not in jail for manslaughter. I really pulled myself back.
Actually,
we serve freedom.
Tom and I are let's see, how can I put it? Avid fishermen. And in fact, we came up with the idea that all the proceeds, 100% proceeds from this song, will go to Fishing for Freedom. Actually, Tom, would you like to elaborate on that for everybody?
Sure. Fishing for Freedom's on Truman Lake, and I think it's around October 10th and 11th. And they take the wounded soldiers out, and some of these guys are in pretty bad shape, and and even the ones that don't, that have the invisible injuries, the PTSD, they go out. They spend 2 days in a tournament fishing with some real fishermen, and everybody just has a blast, and it's a great time, and it helps those guys a lot. And actually, I participated in it last year. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast, and we thought that would be a good route to go. And hopefully we can.
Oh, we got a little interference here. Is that you, Tom?
Yeah, getting a little interference. I lost Tom as well. Anyway, in fact, we were last night when we played here in Reno, a couple of folks gave us some checks for Fishing for Freedom. So
awesome.
we're well on our way before they didn't even want the record. They said, "There you go. This is for a good cause." And I agree with you. No matter what your thoughts are about the war, the men and women that go over there deserve our utmost appreciation and respect. And I agree with you that they should be taken care of like the heroes they really are.
You're absolutely right. And I've, working, in radio, I've met lots of, I'm a musician myself. I'm a drummer and an audio engineer. So I've met lots of. I had to throw it in there.
Coming in, James.
But I'm just saying, I've met lots of famous people, and it's an honor to talk to you. But in fairness, the absolute greatest honor of my entire life was at a Wounded Warrior Project, actually standing in a picture with 2 Medal of Honor winners. Because, from serving, anybody who's ever gotten a Medal of Honor and lived to tell about it is an extremely rare thing. And really did something special,
Absolutely. Those guys are something. Yes.
Yeah.
And they spectacular things. They have.
So, Tom, tell us, what was you when you were in Iraq? What was your MOS? I guess I'll use the vernacular.
Okay. Well, I was a medevac pilot the first time I was there.
Dust off.
This just keeps getting better and better. He's a pilot. Awesome.
The second time I was there, I was with an aviation brigade. I was a staff officer I was safety for the 77th Brigade, and I worked for Colonel John Payne, one of the best commanders out there. And then in Afghanistan, I flew the Mars Task Force over, observe, detect, identify, and neutralize. And that's about all I can say about that one.
Right, we get you.
Yeah, I actually had I had one of the guys who was not an officer. He was in the security forces with that, and he was talking a little bit about what goes on over there. And what is the morale of the men right now?
I think that the war is winding down, and I think everybody's looking forward to that. I mean, we've had something years of it in the last 12 or 13. I myself have gone 3 times. There's guys that's gone a lot more, 6, 7 times. And you're talking about a year, year on, year off for 15 years. That's a lot of time to be away and do what they're doing.
Was it necessary for us to be there? I just want to get an answer from a guy that's been there. Was it worth our while?
I can't get into the politics of it myself. I think Iraq, we had an ability to help the Iraqis out, and I hope it wasn't for nothing. Now that's what I've got to go with. And there's a lot of good people that lost their lives there, so I'm going to say yes, it was worthwhile. And is that maybe that's not the way I feel about it in the long run, but that's about party line, I guess.
Well, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and his deal is that we are becoming weaker as a nation in the eyes of other countries. Do you agree with that?
Well, do I agree with that?
With that sentiment?
I think right now we are. I'll tell you a story. I was in Russia in '94, and I watched the Russians after Afghanistan and Georgia and walk through Red Square, and none of them had matching uniforms. They had holes in their boots, and they were beat down, and you could see that after they had been there. And, we're not to that level, nor would we ever be. But, I can see it's taking its toll. The war's definitely taking its toll on the troops and the people. I think the people in the United States are just tired of it, too. When you think about it, That's all kids have known. If you're in high school and you're a senior, your country's been at war ever since you were in school almost. It's kind of sad.
I think sadder that way, though, would be how unaffected a lot of people are. I mean, my biggest complaint that I do think there are people who are sick of it, but I think for the bulk of the country, they're just numb to it from when it started to when it ended. They're just not engaged.
I think the reason being is it's so far away, and the war has been going on for such a long time. It's I think for the non-coms, I mean that's probably part of the reason for it. And CNN has other things to report on.
You're pulling me in there, aren't you, Roger? You're just begging me to go there.
But Afghanistan, I mean, if you look at history, Alexander the Great went there and said, look, I'm getting out of here. They said, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
and they said, these chaps are much too fierce. You don't want it's like this huge desert. They went out. So I think the sooner we get out of Afghanistan, the better it is for everybody.
Yeah.
But, that's my minor take on history.
What's the mood in London, Roger, with respect to the world? Give us the London perspective of what's going on in the world right now.
Well, actually, I'm a native New Yorker. You can tell by my accent, right?
I was wondering, is that Manhattan?
I'm a Long Islander. I live on Long Island, and I've got lots of family in Jersey. So that's my neck of the woods. What's going on over there? I don't know. I have a nephew who was a captain in the English army over in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he said it was pretty horrific over there. But,
he'd have been in Basra. Yeesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, is he SAS?
No, Basra was the British military for a while.
Roger, is your nephew in the SAS?
I'm sorry?
Is he in the SAS?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, you are.
I love that.
Yeah,
Greatest answer ever.
Yeah, he's like, yes, he is, but I can't tell you that. Okay. So, Roger, what do you what play dates do you have? How is the song going over with the general public? Has it been released?
Well, actually, because there's a lead piano in there that my brother Colin plays on Boogie Train. We don't have a lead piano player in the band. We're thinking of holding a competition to find a piano player to play with us, and possibly somebody who's in the services. In fact, the band was hanging out last night drinking wine and tequila, but not necessarily in that order. And we said, yeah. I mean, we found that somebody who writes great lyrics in one of the services, so there must be a piano player out there.
Yeah, but that's a pretty kicking song. Like, you're going to have to find a really, really good piano player. Like, that's not something, that's not a bunch of chords spitting out there. That's like the ragtime stuff.
Yeah, boogie woogie.
So, Tom, what are you going to do with the notoriety that the song is? Have other artists been coming to you asking you to write songs for them?
Not at this juncture. I'm always open. I've got about 12 or 13 demos professionally done, and I'm just waiting for somebody to ask. Kind of hoping.
It's at our
we're losing Tom.
Yeah, we're losing Tom, but he keeps coming in and out. But that's fine because Dan, just watch the board, and make sure we don't lose him.
Mm-hmm.
Roger, what's up for FOGHAT, my favorite band of all time? I absolutely. You know what, Danny? Now play my song, please. If I don't hear Slow Ride today, I'm going to kill somebody. Roger, what are the play dates coming up for FOGHAT? Are you going to get? Are you? Please tell me this. There's only one right answer. You're coming to Philadelphia or New York soon.
Actually, we played in Jersey at the Starland Ballroom back in January. Actually, if you go to FOGHAT.net, all our dates are up on there. So if any folks are listening, you can find out when we're going to be in your neck of the woods. We usually do about between 50 and 70 shows a year, so there's a good chance we'll be there. Hey, better come and see us. We're getting really old. Might not be around much longer.
We'd love to.
Do you, that was mean. But it was funny as hell.
How do you guys? You guys like a shuffle the set list kind of band? Do you put on a massive show, or are you more of like an intimate show? Do you like to break it up and play different things each night?
Yeah. We played like last night. We did 2 separate shows, but we changed the set around. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 songs we're always going to have to play, which is no problem. Slow Ride,
Sure.
Fall to the City, Just Want to Make Love to You, Stone Blue. But we mixed it up. We had a new blues album out about 2 years ago. We just released a live DVD we recorded in St. Pete about a year back. And we're actually down in Florida on our time off, in a studio down there. And we're working on the new album. We've got about 10 basic songs sort of fleshed out. So, we're going to roll till we're old and rock till we drop. I love playing, making music.
That's great.
James, I can't believe you haven't asked Roger Earl what his favorite paradiddle is.
No, actually, I'm curious what kind of drums you play, though. Do you endorse anybody?
I'm sorry?
Do you endorse any drum company? Or are you?
Yeah, DW drums.
Sweet.
Made in America for Americans, but foreigners are allowed to play them too. Play drums. They're all handmade, and the people out there are fantastic. They're all drummers. Actually, I allow a few guitar players to work on their drums too.
That's cool.
I also endorse pasty cymbals. So they're made in Switzerland, but
they're beautiful.
Don't hold that against the Swiss.
I have a 24-inch giant beat that I will never let go away.
Is it, James? Is it inappropriate to ask a drummer how much his kit costs? Is that inappropriate?
No, I have an idea what his kit costs, though.
Roger, you want to give it up? How much is your kit worth?
I don't know. They give them to me now, which is
that hurt.
That endorser thing is great.
That hurt.
This endorsing thing is really good. The thing is, if you stick around long enough and you stay out there for long enough, people go, hold on a second, this boy's got some talent.
That's hysterical.
Actually, I'm one of the fortunate few in this world who, I really enjoy what I do. We have a great band, and I love what I do. Hey, careful what you wish for, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've never worked a day in your life, and God bless you for that.
Well, but if you like your job, it's not really working, right?
Exactly right.
Tom, I'm very excited for you with the song. Thank you so much for your service. I can't say that enough or long enough. You're one of the reasons why I can go to sleep at night and know that when I wake up, my house is still going to be there. And for that, you are to be blessed and thanked infinitely.
For that.
And Roger, you are a British / New York icon of immense proportions. I love you, buddy. Thank you for coming back on with it, and good luck with the tour. And when you do get here, Roger, when you do get to the East Coast, I'm going to call you and we're going to hook up. I'm going to bring James. You can give him some lessons real quick, and then we're going to go out.
I'm into that.
And then we're going to go out and we're going to drink lots and lots of milk. Milk. Lots of milk. That's what I'm going to tell my wife.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mine too.
All right, Roger Earl, Tom Mix, thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday night with me. God bless you, Tom. Roger, I can't wait to meet up with you, buddy, when you get back here. Good luck with the tour, and thank you for sharing your evening with me.
Thank you, Scott. Bye, Tom. See you soon.
We'll see you, Roger. Have a good one. Tell them hello.
Tom, congratulations, buddy.
Thanks again. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, I loved having you on, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. Wow. Can you imagine? You were just talking to Roger Earl.
I know. You know how much time I've literally spent to their records, like with headphones on, drumming along. I mean, it was part of my, it's part of my entire high school life was sitting with records, sitting with FOGHAT.
Looking at the cover.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
The cover, you would play the album.
Yep.
And you would sit there and stare at the cover.
Right.
It was the most fantastic thing on the face of the planet. And you can't do that anymore.
I know. I'd get to the big screaming slide jam in a slow ride, and all of a sudden the record's starting to skip because I'm hitting too hard.
Do you know what I miss? Yeah. Do you know what sound I miss?
What's that?
Is the pre-music static. of a record that.
Yep. Absolutely.
I miss that.
I know. Do you know how many times I know you've done it too. Like you fall asleep to a record, and you wake up in the morning, and that's all you hear is that. Yeah, that's it. Cheer, yeah.
How many times I did fall asleep to that? I always wondered if you could actually. I might have to forward this question to What If. How long would you have to play? How long would you have to allow a record to spin before the needle would eat through the disc?
That might be better for like Neil deGrasse Tyson or somebody in the physics world, I think, right?
Oh, by the way, he's coming on this show.
Oh, fantastic. The new Cosmos is amazing.
They said yes, but not right now because he's...
Yeah, he's on tour.
But they did say yes.
Oh, that's great.
The guy who's doing the show Cosmos.
But seriously, think about Slow Ride. I wish we'd had a chance to think about this. How innovative that song was for its day, because it came out at a time when songs were 3 minutes and 30 seconds max.
You just reminded me, I forgot to ask Roger the question I wanted to know, and I wanted him to tell you how they come up with the beginning of the song. Dan, play the beginning of the song.
Cricket. Bass drum. No?
I'm doing it.
Oh, it is a table? It really is a table? It's the 70s. It's so hard to tell the bass drum from a table.
Roger Earl told me on the last time I interviewed him, and I can't believe when you're here in the studio.
That's awesome.
I said, what is that sound at the beginning? He said, well, the producer said to me, he called me into the studio, he said, just hit the table.
Right.
That's how we're going to start the song.
That's awesome.
He said, what, you mean like this? He said, yeah,
that's
exactly
fantastic.
Like that. All right, bring me down on the thing. But keep playing my song, Dan. You turned it off last time. Now, one of our listeners thinks that she has the answer to the Ben & Jerry's flavor that will never be made, and why.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear
Karen,
this.
welcome to Fire and Ice.
Hi, Scott. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Now, you think you have the answer?
Yes, I was searching for this the whole time you were interviewing your people, and I just found it.
So you missed the show to answer the damn trivia.
I was listening, and in the second window, I was searching. So I can multitask. I'm a woman. Okay. The answer
I'm not touching that one.
Good job, Karen.
Okay. The answer to your question is bacon, because the Ben & Jerry plants are kosher.
Wow.
What I'd like is an Anthony Bourdain cookbook for the answer to that question.
As they say in Olympic diving, you nailed it. Or is
that's great.
who was the one diver? Greg.
Greg Louganis?
As Greg Louganis would say,
right.
You nailed it.
Does Karen want a job producing? I mean, she seems to know all the answers, and we
She
don't.
does. Yeah,
she's very good.
She needs. That's awesome.
Very impressed.
Now, what did I say I was going to give you?
No, I told you what you're going to give me.
Ooh, what's
Anthony, well, do you remember this?
What?
She wants my Anthony Bourdain book.
Yes. Because I had the Babe Ruth answer, but I was too shy to call in at that time.
She wants my Kitchen Confidential book?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
You finished reading it yet?
Oh, like the 8th time.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
didn't you give that away already? Wasn't that a book you were going to give away?
I was, but nobody ever called.
Oh, okay.
Like, can I bribe you with day spa tickets and...
Well, I'm an Ocean County girl. Do you have anything up here?
No.
Oh,
I have Smitty's gift certificates.
Where's that?
Summers Point.
Oh, okay.
Exit 30.
Well, maybe next time I come to Atlantic County.
All right. Well, I will get you. If you really want the book, I'll get you the book.
No, that's okay.
No, now she's see this.
Yeah, we know what you mean, Karen. We're not dumb.
Now she's multitasking. Now she's hating me and loving me at the
The
same
true
time.
woman over here.
Yeah, that's a diplomat.
Yes, of course.
All right, Karen, I'm going to put you on hold.
Yeah, hang on the line, Karen, so I can get your information.
Thank you.
All right, and Dan, while you're doing that, why don't you hit us out to traffic so we can come back and play our stupid little game with one another, which we're going to do. It's Roger Earl. It's FOGHAT. He was on the show. The phones are ringing. It's going crazy. I'm just going to get the hell out of here. This is Fire Nights on News Talk 1400 WOND.